Okay guys, so we're back in still a Brainrot. And for this video, I'm going to be showing you guys every single new leak for Update 8. And I will also be telling you guys what you need to do before this insane update. But before we get into it, make sure to like and subscribe. And let's get right into it. Okay guys, so once again, I'm going to be doing a very big yapping video. So just go ahead and be prepared. So we have officially gotten some very nice looking leaks for the brand new upcoming update in still Brainrot, and it is going to be the bubblegum update. So I'm assuming that this is going to be another like mutation of some sort. I'm really not sure, but let me go ahead and show you guys the first leak. So if you guys look on screen right now, you can see a tralalero tralala, but it has like a bubblegum over its head. I don't even really know, like a little bubble type of thing. Now whenever I first took a look at this, it kind of reminded me of the candy event a bit, just because, you know, the candy event is pink, the bubblegum event is pink. You know, it kind of just reminded me of it a little bit. The actual design doesn't look like anything too much, but I do think that, you know, anything they do is like amazing for some reason. It just like automatically is amazing every time they do anything in this freaking game. So the design is simple, yet it still looks extremely good to me for some reason. They could have used a little bit of a better example besides the tralalero, you know, maybe throw freaking hotspot in there, but still, okay, still, it looks very clean. I think it's going to be a very nice update. Now, we do have a few more leaks to show, but what I mainly want to talk about is y'all's predictions for the update. Now, crazy enough, still a Brainrot is officially like the, I think, second biggest game on Roblox, right behind Grow a Garden. We actually ended up getting 5 million active players on the last update, and I was not predicting that at all. So, let's see if I can get my prediction right this time, okay? I'm gonna say anywhere from 5.5 million to 6 million concurrent players on this freaking update. Now, you guys have to actually let me know down below how many concurrent players are we gonna get, and is the update going to be good or not, okay? Because so far, it seems like it's gonna be a really good update because I have a lot to go over in this video, so you guys better be freaking prepared. But I can just imagine getting like a bubble gum or like some kind of like bubble on one of your Brainrots. It would be absolutely freaking hilarious. I mean, using Tralalero as an example is good, but I definitely think that hopefully bubblegum is going to be the rarest one right now. I'm not exactly sure what the rarest like mutation is, I guess you could say, and I don't really know if it's gonna be like a trait. I'm hoping that it would be, you know, something new on the index, but the only problem with this, right, is that since it's pink, you know, it looks just like candy. So if we go on the candy index, you know, we have all these cool, you know, candy Brainrots right here. You know, you can get a candy base, obviously, but the main point is that, you know, if we got something bubblegum and they put it in the index, would the bubblegum base look just like the freaking candy base? It really doesn't make too much sense, I'm not gonna lie. That is if it's going to be a mutation. Now, if it's a trait, it would make a little bit more sense because, you know, Sammy could run admin events, and, you know, it could just be a trait that I guess just spawns in. I mean, you really have no idea. Now, it could possibly be a trait, but the reason why I'm thinking it's a mutation is because of this very next cool leak that I'm about to show. Yes. So if you guys look on screen right now, you can see the bubblegum machine. Now, it says that you need 10 of something, and it does not say what you need 10 of just yet, which is the big problem here. I mean, it's not really a problem because it's a leak, and you guys already know that anytime where we have doubts on like how still a Brainrot is going to implement something into the game, somehow, some way, they execute it perfectly every single time. For example, with the Lucky Blocks event, how Sammy was, you know, he was spawning in a few of them. I have yet to get a secret Lucky Block. However, I think that it was implemented into the game perfectly. Like, I thought that it was gonna rain from the sky or something, or it was gonna be like something that was gonna be too OP, too good, or too not as good as OP, or just, you know, too bad, obviously, is what I'm trying to say. But somehow, some way, Sammy implemented it literally like perfectly. Like, the Lucky Block event could not have been any cooler, any better than it was. I'm not gonna lie. It was amazing. And like I said, we reached an absolute crap ton of freaking players on that update, and it was not for no reason, okay? I know a lot of people hate, oh, it's a Brainrot game, meh. It makes sense, but at the same time, they have some very nice models in this game, and it's just a very nice, simple game, so it makes sense on why this game is big. But I'm not that worried about the bubblegum thing because I know that they always execute their ideas literally perfect. The only kind of broken thing in the game right now is this right here. Freaking freaking admin commands, bro. Like, look, if I do all the admin commands on myself, like, what the frick, bro? I can put myself in jail. I can morph. I can jump scare myself. Oh my gosh, jump scare. And then I can control myself. Oh, wait, you can't run that on yourself. Never mind. But yeah, look, I'm tiny and I'm now a freaking Brainrot. I mean, imagine doing that to someone in game. Okay, it's pretty freaking insane. And 99% of the time, if you know how to use the admin commands, you can do this to someone every single time and just ruin their day and take their things. If you have timing correctly, okay? Oh, I'm actually back to normal. I'm surprised it brought me back to normal. Usually it'll glitch you out so much that you just like unplayable. This is by far one of the best things right here though, and you can use this while you are still in Brainrots, guys. It was 5,000 freaking Robux for me to get it, but it's like very, very worth it. The only problem with the admin commands right now though is that, you know, it costs Robux, which does make sense, but at the same time, if they were to decrease the price or increase the price because it's too OP, then you know, some people would be wasting their money, and then other people would get it for less, and then some people would probably end up buying it for more, you know, something like that. So they're kind of stuck in a rock or in a pickle right now because you know, there's not really much that they can frickin' do there, I'm gonna be honest. Because now, since, you know, we've already bought it, and it would be really wrong of them to nerf it, because that would technically just be like scamming. So the admin commands are probably gonna end up staying like this forever, and they're just kind of stuck. I mean, I don't really know. There's really just not much you can do here, because if they were to buff it or nerf it, it would be wrong either way at this freaking point. Anyways though, let me continue yapping about my bubblegum machine, okay? I don't really know how it's gonna work, because like I was showing you guys earlier, the bubblegum machine says out of 10, and I don't really know what you're gonna be able to put in there, or what they're wanting you to put in there that is going to have 10 of them. I don't know. I mean, with the rainbow machine, it was 10 golden of just anything. This one could be 10 diamond. Oh wait, no, I stay incorrected there actually. The rainbow machine it took like 25 golds. So since this one says 10, which again, since it's a leak, it could be a placeholder. It might not actually be 10. But what my point is that if it is 10, then it could be 10 like diamond. It could be 10 candies. I mean, I don't know. That might be kind of rare, because I'm not exactly sure, because they don't have it in game just yet. But the candy Aurora thing is probably gonna end up disappearing this update. Do not quote me on that though, because I don't exactly know. Okay, you know, that has not been confirmed yet by literally anybody, and that is just completely a theory. I am basing it off of all of the last events though, because, you know, usually we'll have an event, it'll last for a week, and then it'll go away. So that's kind of what I'm assuming is going to be happening here, and that could very well happen. Anyways, more yap about the bubblegum machine. So again, I don't really know if it's going to be a trait or not. I'm really hoping that it is a trait, because if it is a mutation, like I keep on telling you guys, even though the actual design is different from the candy event, if they were to throw it on the index, because every, I think, mutation, actually not every mutation, but at least with the candy mutation, they put it on the index to get a candy base. And like I was telling you guys earlier, if the candy base is pink and then the bubblegum base is pink, it really wouldn't make any sense. But again, we have to trust the devs here. Okay, I'm going to you know, take my time to try and, you know, just trust the devs. Okay, you know, I'm just gonna take my time. Usually every time I wait patiently for the update, usually they end up implementing it into the game literally like flawlessly every single time they frickin' do it. So I'm gonna put my trust in them here, but from the outside, it's not looking the best right now if it was to be a mutation. So again, really hoping that it's a trait, really hoping we're gonna get like a new event here, because as you guys know, with this last update, Simi was doing a lot of admin events, and we got the freaking crab rave event, and that was absolute cinema. It was freaking beautiful. It was my favorite thing ever. And he actually has been doing a lot more admin events, so make sure you're staying on for the admin events, because if you're not, you're going to be absolutely and utterly cooked. All right, it is now time for the final leak, and then I will tell you guys what you need to do before this update. So if you look on screen right now, the next update, which it does have a question mark at the time of filming this video, it says that it is going to be Friday, July 18th at 11 a.m. And it says that it's going to last until next Thursday, July 24th at 11 a.m. Which is a little bit confusing because what does that mean? Does that mean that the update after this one is going to be on Thursday? It doesn't really make any freaking sense. This part I am just a little bit mad about, just considering the fact that it is a Saturday. Okay, you know, Saturday is probably one of the best update days altogether. So that's why I'm not predicting like too many players above what we got last time. I'm not going to shoot for like 7 million or something crazy because guys, I don't know if it's going to hit that. Because for example, depending on where you live, okay, and you play still a Brainrot, right? And the game updates at Friday at 11 a.m. Some people could be at school, okay? 11 a.m. is lunchtime for me. For other people, it might not be lunchtime, I guess. So, you know, I guess it could be good just depending on where you live. But like I'm trying to say, depending on where you live, you could end up going to school. I mean, it's literally updating on a weekday. I don't think that this is a good idea at all. That is the only thing I'm disagreeing with, okay? You know, everything else looks like it's going to go very well, but I would much rather it update on Saturday because Friday is just, you know, 11 a.m. I mean, most people are busy on Fridays at 11 a.m. Doesn't really make any sense, but I don't know. Maybe they were just trying to push the update out faster. I don't know. Usually their updates are not buggy though, which is also another reason why I'm worried, because if they were to update before Saturday, because originally on the update it said Saturday and now it's saying Friday. They're updating a day early, you know, I don't doubt that they're confident, oh yeah, you know, we're gonna be able to get this update out on Friday. But at the same time, it might actually be an increased chance for bugs, because no matter how big a game studio is, there is always a pretty good chance for bugs, and that is why games usually update on Saturday. Like, a lot of games actually do update on Saturdays. They could also be doing this because of Grow a Garden, but at the same time, that is a very low chance, okay? No one hate on me there because I'm not fully agreeing with that, okay? It's a very low chance that they are doing that, because still a Brainrot is directly behind Grow a Garden and it is doing extremely good. And I mean yeah, it's like the biggest freaking Brainrot game on the whole entire freaking platform. Anyways though, guys, the main point that I'm concerned about though is that it is going to end on Thursday, which is a little bit confusing because I don't know how far they're planning on pushing back updates. And what I was also going to say is that updating on Friday is not as bad, it just depends, okay? It really just depends, because most people are on summer break. So if you're on summer break, you know, it does make a lot of sense. But like, once we start getting back into school and most people start getting to that point again, you probably want to start updating on Saturdays, or we're literally gonna have 0 freaking players. Not literally, but you guys understand what I'm trying to say here, okay? It makes sense, okay? It really does make sense. But that is basically it for all of my leaks. But now I'm going to be telling you guys what you want to do before this update drops. Now, we have not gotten a full description, okay, on like what's going to be in the update, but you guys already know that usually on most updates, they do actually end up dropping a rebirth. And if they do this, you guys already know the plan. And I told you guys this the last time. It did not seem like a lot of people listened to me, and I didn't even listen to my freaking self, because guess what? You guys see how I have $1.45 trillion right now? Yeah, it took me a very, very long time to get 7 freaking trillion. Yeah, that's right. The last rebirth, which as you guys can see, I have gotten it now, but the last rebirth was 7 trillion. And if you guys remember my last do this before, you know, crazy update video thingy, that video, okay, yes, that video, I basically said the same thing, that you guys should build up money before the rebirth comes out in the update. And I was not expecting it to be $7 trillion. So that was the craziest part. So let's say hypothetically they do release a rebirth in this upcoming update. It is going to easily be more than $7 trillion. So you like literally want to build up your money as much as you physically can. And then the other thing that I would recommend is to constantly be on the game, or once again, be in some type of server or group chat that does admin event alerts, okay? This means that, you know, you want to be in a server that, you know, has a lot of like active people that play still a Brainrot, like a lot. Basically a server where you can rely for someone to be on the game 24/7. Because if you're too lazy yourself to kind of sit in the game all day, you could just wait until you get pinged and then they're like, ooh, yes, admin events are starting. Because Sammy does do a lot of secret admin events. Now, I will say, say, this week he has not done as much, but just the other day he did actually do admin events, and he did at everyone. So every now and then Sammy will at everyone. He also has secret ones that he does a lot of the time as well, and not everyone checks their ping in the main still a Brainrot server. But that is just a little bit of a tip to throw out there if you're, you know, wanting to get a lot of extra things, because they do a lot of admin abuse, and you guys know how I feel about admin abuse. I freaking love it. For example, okay, admin panel. Ooh, rocket ship. Yes, just like this, flying up into the air and freaking exploding. Yes, that is what I do to players in every lobby I join. But genuinely, guys, let me know what you guys are thinking about this update. And once again, there could end up being more leaks later in the week, so that is a very high chance. So far, it does look very clean, so let me know if it's going to be a W or L update, and let me know y'all's concurrent player predictions in the comments. That's enough yapping from me. Okay, guys, so I really did enjoy making this video. I'm not gonna lie, these leaks look amazing. I mean, bro, the Bubblegum event might actually crack above 6 million players. I have no idea. The only bad part is that it is going to update on a Friday, but I will try and get that update video out to you guys as fast as I physically can. I promise, okay? I promise. But anyways, guys, make sure to join my Discord server because we have officially released it. It is in my description and also in my bio. And also make sure to like and subscribe so I can feed my family. I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.